The next time a hurricane comes our way, the city of Hoboken will be ready. A grassroots group here called Mile Mesh is working to make sure the city's 50,000 residents and more than 2,000 businesses will always have internet access, even when the power is knocked out. Matt Wade, a co-founder of the group, has lived within Hoboken's 1 square mile for 4 years.
The group is named Mile Mesh, the mile square city of Hoboken. And so it's named Mile Mesh because of the mile square aspect, as well as the fact that we are creating a wireless mesh network to bring a backbone of communication in case of future disaster. There will be some sort of resource for people to communicate with one another in those times of crisis. After Hurricane Sandy, we started to really put a lot of our thoughts and ideas towards how we could make Hoboken better and more resilient in a variety of ways. Interestingly enough, it's not even just emergency related. I mean, there are a lot of benefits just to this entire initiative. One is during, quote unquote, peacetime, it's an alternative. It's an alternative in case of just traditional problems with internet that any resident might have. They have an opportunity to find an alternative.
How does it work? The group is first installing satellite dishes, or what they call nodes, on the roofs of buildings where businesses have agreed to let Mile Mesh connect into their existing internet connections. The nodes will connect to one another at different locations around the city, creating a mesh Wi-Fi network that's free for anyone to access. The first node was installed in December on the roof of Mission 50, a co-working space on the top floor of one of the taller buildings in town. It's ideal because Mission 50 has a backup power source.
We're installing an antenna that will be peering towards different locations in town. There are a couple of other large buildings in the southwest corner that we want to ultimately connect to, as well as we want to establish an array outward to the community at large so that when we're connecting residents, they will have avenues to connect with because of the height of our location.
We pretty much offer up our bandwidth and our ability to keep it going as one of the first people on the nodes.
Greg Delaquila is the president of Mission 50 as well as the Hoboken Chamber of Commerce. He saw firsthand how devastating it was to Hoboken's residents and businesses to lose power for more than a week after Hurricane Sandy. He's tried to estimate the resulting loss to businesses and says it's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
From not being able to respond to vendors or customers, even to let them know this is what the current state of Hoboken is getting here. Are we open? Do we have power? It severely impacted them financially for even weeks, if not months to come. Having that telecommunication being cut off, it was crippling. Having this mesh will at least be able to give these businesses the opportunity to communicate that to their vendors and customers.
The more nodes Mile Mesh can install, the stronger the network will be. Once the backbone of the network is strong enough, Hoboken residents will be able to access free Wi-Fi all the time.
To achieve that success, it involves every single person who lives out here, and eventually they're going to be a part of something that we consider to be really cool and progressive.